Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Today, I'm going to do a video. It's going to be entitled, Please Beware of eBay Seller Heyle, Heyle underscore 17. Stay away from that seller at all costs. Here's my story. On December the 13th, I purchased a BKE beat thing. And I was trying to buy it from Guitar Center, which is normally where I get my equipment. And I was in the process of buying one, had the pay window open, my credit card ready, and somebody bought it right up from under me, which is my fault because I dragged my feet. I should have bought it the day before, but again, dragging my feet. So I went to eBay to find one, so I found one. I paid $500, almost $600 for it on December the 13th. So paid the guy as soon as the auction closed. And then day went back, 2 days, 3 days. Like normally they get your stuff out like within 24 hours. You know, a good seller does that. You pay him today. If you don't get it out the next day, no later than the day after that day. No later. That's the signs of a good seller. And still because eBay give you like 4 days to get it out of there. So the third day came, like, what's up here? So then he emails me on the third day and said, I'm going to send it out Saturday. I'm like, dude, that's 6 days. You get 4, you know? So I'm like, fine, okay, just get it out. So Saturday came, nothing. So I emailed him. I'm like, it's Saturday, dude. Where's my tracker? Oh, I still didn't get my money from eBay with these other auctions. Now, my question at this point is, what does those other auctions got to do with us? Our transaction, you know? So he said he'll mail it out Monday. And Monday came and went, nothing. I emailed him again. I still ain't got my money, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you don't have $50 in your pocket to ship out my $600 item. And then you get $600 once, you know, it gets to me, you know. So you're going to tell me you're going to let a $600 deal die because you ain't got $50. You got bigger problems, dude. You know, it's like if that's how eBay does it now, where I know when you used to were beginning on eBay, like I think the first 3 months, they would do that. They would, the seller, the buyer would pay you and they would hold it until you ship it, and you have to front up the shipping and handling. And then once the buyer receives it, you get all your money. You know, so I don't know if they went back to that or what. But anyway, I'm like, that has nothing to do with us. And then I noticed you never acknowledged that they pay you for our transaction. He kept hollering about other ones. I'm like, dude, I don't care about that. I'm caring about this here. You know, so he was full of excuses and lies. It's like just lying. And then, you know, the first red flag was this. A good seller does this. You pay him. Then he give you positive feedback because you've already fulfilled your obligation to this transaction. That's the signs of a good seller. The effed up sellers, this is their mindset, which I still don't understand this. I buy from you, I pay you. You give me nothing until you ship the item to me, and then I give you feedback. And then that's nonsense. And anybody that believes that or that live by that philosophy, stay away from them. Because they brain somewhere else. It's real simple. I paid you. Give me my feedback now. My feedback should not be based on me giving you feedback. That's just nonsense, you know. But there's some people that just, they don't see nothing wrong with that. So leave them people alone because they don't get it. So at that point, I said, you know what, dude? Keep it. Don't ship it. Just send me my money back. So then he said, well, I'm really real apologetic, you know. Blah, 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 blah. I hope I don't get a bad review. What else do you think you're going to get? And I wasn't going to give him any until this continued. And when I opened up a PayPal case, because I went over eBay Head, and he said, I'm not going to dispute it. And normally when you open up a case and when you're in the wrong and you know you're in the wrong, you just go ahead and agree to, you know, closing this case in the seller's and the buyer's favor so they can get their money. He didn't set the entire 10, 12, 13 days, ain't responded to PayPal, a spite move. I don't want to give him his money, you know. So I had to wait until Actually, today is the day that they closed the case in my favor because he didn't ship out anything, and I told him not to. So now I'm going to have to wait another 3 additional days for them to process my money. When this could have got resolved the day that I filed a case. He could have went in and said, okay, he's right, send him his money back. But instead, being the asshole he is, to sit there. So I'm like, so you don't think you're going to get negative feedback? And negative feedback is not based on me trying to retaliate or get even with you. I'm just telling the truth. So other people that might have to do business with you will see this and realize maybe this guy ain't the right guy for me to be doing business with. Because again, the feedback I gave him was warranted. It was nothing that was malicious or exaggerated. I told the truth. You deserve what you got because you could have fixed this before it got broken. You know, I don't even honestly think that he even had the drum machine because I'm like, why you keep dragging your feet? You know, the quicker you move, the quicker you get your $600. As opposed to I'm holding out because I don't have 50, which is a lie. I'm like, if you don't have $50 in your pocket being a grown man right now, you got bigger problems, okay? So today, like I said, is the day that they're going to rule in my favor, of course. Now, like I said, I noticed he didn't give me no feedback. And I gave him that negative feedback about 3 days ago because he was still in denial. Well, if you really still want, I give you a discount. I don't want to have nothing to do with you, dude. I think we've already established that this deal went awry. You know, I'm like, so you think I'm going to go another round with you with this nonsense? You're insane. Just give me my money back, dude. You know? So, like I said, this is the day that they going to finalize that. And I noticed throughout the time I got no feedback from him. None. You know? Then I look up and I see that I got feedback after him. 3 days after I left him feedback. And you can tell on the right-hand corner side, that little star lights up to let you know you received your feedback. I didn't even bother to read it because I'm like, I know what this is about. You know, you done left me some bogus-ass negative feedback when you can't do that with the buyer. You can only leave him feedback, positive feedback, or no feedback. You can't try to leave him negative feedback disguised as positive feedback. So I contacted eBay. And I explained to them, you know, what this guy did, you know. So this is what they did. Because I'm like, I've been involved with eBay and PayPal for over 20 years. So I know the ins and outs of how to get satisfaction from a disgruntled buyer, you know, a legitimate one. It's not that I'm got a problem with him or picking on him. He brought all this on himself. So they sent me this email. Thank you for contacting us about feedback comment you received from heyle-17. I understand you want us to remove the feedback. I really appreciate the amount of effort you've put into resolving this issue. I'll be more than happy to help sort this out. Feedback is the foundation of trust on eBay. We don't allow anything to undermine the integrity of the feedback system or trust in the eBay marketplace. I'm happy to let you know that the feedback meets the criteria for removal based on our feedback policy. You have nothing to worry about because I've already removed the negative feedback, and it was negative, I knew it was, comment from the account. Please note that it takes 24 hours to 48 hours to reflect on the site. Rest assured that everything has been taken care of. You don't need to do anything else. Thank you for being a loyal customer. You know, they removed it because they know it's some BS. You know, it's like, very childish people out there. You know, you brought this upon yourself by not shipping my item. And then when you said that you was going to ship it, you still didn't ship it. You know, and then the next day that you're supposed to ship it, or the week, the Monday or following that Saturday, you still haven't shipped it. And you think I'm supposed to just sit here and deal with this nonsense. I don't. I don't have time for this. You know, I just don't. You know, it's like, as you get older, you have less tolerance for BS. Now, I'm a patient person still, but I'm like, this is BS here. It's just BS. You know, you had a whole week and you still ain't shipped it, and you still hollering about some other transactions that you didn't get your money, which has nothing to do with this transaction. And you don't have $50 in your pocket right now to upfront the money to ship it. And when it gets to me, because the quicker it gets to me, the quicker you get your money. So you're the one who's holding up this deal. You, nobody else. And you can't determine that? You ain't that bright to figure that one out? Come on, man. But, you know, I'm going to end it with that, beware of that guy. Heyle, HEYLE_17. Do not do business with this guy. Because I did check his feedback before I purchased the item. And based on what I read, I should have just walked away. But he was selling the cheapest one at that point, the beat thing. And I did finally get one from Guitar Center. They posted another one. It was garbage. Stay away from the beat thing. Beat thing is one of the poorest designed drum machine samples I've ever ran across. It's garbage. I say that thing right now probably maybe be worth $250, $3 at the most, not $400, not $500. Very poorly designed equipment. But like I said, stay away from that guy. He said the negative feedback he had, because he only had one, it said that the buyer said that once he won the auction, the seller, for no apparent reason, canceled the auction. Now, technically, you can cancel the auction. The only time you can cancel the auction is when no one has bidded on it or bought it. Then you can remove it. You can cancel, you can remove it. But once someone bids on it, you don't have the authority to do that. But some people still try to do it anyway. Because apparently he didn't like, and I'm just assuming here, he didn't like what he got amount-wise. You know, he maybe thought he was going to get more, and